This episode of The Horror Show is brought to you by Stephen B. and Richard H. Guys, thank you so much for your donations. We really, really appreciate it. It means a lot to us. If you want to help us monetarily, you can check out patreon.com/IHateHorror. And there we do some extra content in exchange for your monetary contributions. They come out monthly, but we really look at them as a donation. So don't, we're okay with you just doing it for a month and canceling or anything like that. We understand. But any little bit helps, so we really appreciate it. That's patreon.com/IHateHorror. And of course, you can help us out by ordering a shirt from store.IHateHorror.com. But Stephen B., Richard H., thank you both so much. Guys, again, this episode, like last week, suffers from some sound quality issues because of an air conditioner we were running. And the reason we were running that air conditioner is because we were doing our new video version of the podcast. We were testing it. And so if you are a Patreon member, you can check that out. Last week's is now up. It's been up for a few days at this point. But yeah, and this one should be up in the next day or two. So if you want to check out the video version of the podcast, for now it is only for Patreon users as we kind of learn the ins and outs of the video side of things. So check it out, patreon.com/IHateHorror. Now, on to the show. Hello everybody and welcome to The Horror Show, the show that dissects, mutilates, dismembers, and butchers all of your favorite and not so favorite horror movies and other horror related events. I'm Sean.
I'm Joe. I'm Paul.
And we are again on film for Patreon. Maybe you won't ever see this because it comes out so bad. Also, we have an air conditioner running because we're boiling hot in here. So, deal with it.
Get over it, people.
Question. I'm sorry, actually. I'll hate myself. Like right now, I'm in the mindset like I don't give a shit what it sounds like. It'll be passable, and we're cooled off.
Tomorrow you're gonna freak out.
And tomorrow I'm gonna freak out and hate my life and want to blow my brains out. So, Silent Night, Deadly Night 3 is what we are discussing today.
Speaking of wanting to blow my brains out,
yes.
It's our last. This is our last fucking.
Dude, I'm so excited. We're gonna do a little celebration after this. I'm excited. I'm excited to end this and just get on with my life.
What are we doing?
Stuff. Fighting around the world.
Just talking about South Park. We'll lift our spirits.
That's legitimately probably what we'll do. So, look forward to that. Not any of you, though.
Sorry.
Starring Bill Moseley.
Yeah. After his Chop Top role, which is insane to me. Yeah.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Yeah.
This was...
Because I was like, watching this, I was like, alright, this has to be like Bill's
That's
start.
what I thought.
And then I looked up the years, and I was like, what?
I didn't even look it up because, to me, this just looked like it would be his first movie.
Exactly. Because they're like, Bill, don't speak.
Don't talk. You're
don't
such
say,
a shitty actor.
Just say,
don't talk.
That's how the movie starts. So it's a pretty good segue.
Yeah. This was a direct-to-video release. Last movie to follow the original storyline also. And then they just started making weird ones. I saw 5 is like toys. Like killer toys. Huh. Or at least that's what the cover art is. It was the 90s. It could have been anything. In the 90s, people made cover art that literally had nothing to do with the movie. It was awesome.
It looked badass.
I mean, and you think, like, they must have gotten so many rentals for these covers that the movie was not.
I mean, to be honest, that was a big deal. If your movie cover looks sweet,
Oh yeah.
then you're fucking renting it.
Oh yeah. 100%.
I think Elray just had a post on their Instagram that was like the game, or the cover art was always better than the game, and they showed like an old cover art for Mega Man, which is an awesome game, but like the cover was so fucking
The cover
sweet.
was
Well, Slumber Party Massacre.
Yeah,
I remember that from my childhood.
That cover.
I'll never forget Bad Taste.
Yes.
The guy gave him the finger and they made the hologram, so
Bad
he's throwing up the finger.
So, this movie takes place 6 years after the events of Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. Ricky is alive after being shot with about 3 million bullets.
We find out why he's alive. Do you want to talk about that now?
Sure, I don't actually remember.
Let me
Did
see.
they say it?
They did.
I mean, he's in a coma
He is in a coma.
with a strainer on his head.
This is real good for the video. Just watching me scroll. I bring it up and I'm not even prepared to talk about it. Hey, what's up with it?
Well, I'll continue talking about this because we open up with a.
His brain was surgically reconstructed by the doctors.
I do remember.
So they
that.
scraped up everything that like came out when he was shot, and that's why he has the strainer.
They did something
Bunch
that
of
would
goo.
prevent people from dying basically forever, which is they just took brain matter and made a brain out of it.
Yeah, they remade the brain, and they're like trying to bring back his memories, which is out of every person in the entire. If you have this technology, why would you
Why don't you do
him?
it to a good Samaritan?
Yeah.
Why don't you do it when a pope dies or when anybody else?
Anybody,
Anybody but a murderer.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
This
probably
is a
good.
trend in part 3s. Child's Play 3, they took the murderous good guys, Chucky doll, and
Yeah.
like, let's
just bring this thing
take
back
this
to life.
body. And just,
It's because they're like, we're only going to make 2, and then 2 does well, and they're like, all right.
Yeah, that is.
Now we got to get back.
That's exactly right.
We got to get back. And this is just, it turns out, we just open up with this dream sequence.
A very long.
Jesus Christ, I'm the worst.
He's reenacting it.
But Bill Moseley is in the dream sequence chasing her in blood. But what sucks is there's no context. We have no idea who Bill Moseley even is.
No, you don't know he's Ricky at that point.
You don't know why he's chasing her. You don't know why there's blood.
All we know is 2 people just woke up from comas.
Yes. And we meet our blind lead. The girl is blind.
I don't think we even
We
know
didn't
that
know
she's
she was
blind
blind
yet.
until she left the session.
No. And she's also psychic.
Yes.
Yeah. And Ricky looks like a rejected member
She's
of
also
Devo.
Rita from Mulholland Drive.
Really?
No, that's the other girl. Isn't it?
I think it's
the
the
girlfriend?
The
Oh,
girlfriend.
fuck.
Which you couldn't tell apart. I could not
Yeah.
tell apart in like
They
any
look
scene.
the same.
They look exactly the same. And act the same. They act completely the same.
You mean they have no emotional
Which
range?
means they just stand there and they're like, "Oh, hey, we're gonna go to Grandma's house.
It's fucking Granny's house.
We're gonna go to Grandma's house. Oh man, I'm so tired. Oh man, I'm so excited. I can't
Showing
wait to
off
go
that
to
ring.
Grandma's house and take a bath with you."
Can we talk about that scene now?
Yeah.
It's the smallest bathtub. It could and they're facing each other at first. Like finally she moves, so she's like sitting on him. But at first they're just like.
Oh yeah.
I was really hoping that the entire scene just lasted with them actually trying to bathe themselves because there's no way it would have worked. What?
That was your problem with that scene?
Yeah. What was yours?
The fact that they show up to Granny's house on Christmas Eve.
Oh,
It's like, it's like 11 o'clock at night. They're
She's
supposed to
not
have
there,
dinner, and then they're like, let's just have a bath.
and she's not there. She's like 80. There's nobody in this movie is concerned about anything or has any sense of urgency.
This movie, no, there's no urgency whatsoever. This movie sucks ass. In a later scene, Granny actually perishes at the hands of Ricky, right?
Mhm.
And in a later scene, this is an X-Men movie. This is an origin story for a mutant. This girl with the psychic ability, I mean, it doesn't start out that way. I mean, the psychic ability thing, what the fuck are we doing? She can get into Ricky's mind, and that's what they're using her for.
That is why they're using her. That's what we find out.
Yeah.
Because they want to get his memories to see Like, they want to analyze what makes a killer think that way.
Yeah. And she... Whatever. She's psychic. There's no real, like, backstory behind it other than she's a psychic.
She's a psychic.
And then later on in the movie, she's like fighting Ricky, and she's like, "How can I do this?" And then all of a sudden, her grandma starts talking to her through her psychic visions, but like knows about the psychic ability and is almost like her Professor X, and is like, "Use your powers wisely, young lady. You will do it. Just harness the light." And you're like, "What the fuck? This is just her grandma. This is not a teacher of psychic ability."
I really don't like this movie.
Which is funny because our friend Mike said, "I don't get how you guys can discuss Part 3s without talking about Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 3. It's baffling."
It's not good, Mike.
It's baffling, he says.
It's baffling.
Well, I texted him again after we finished it, and he actually fessed up and said, "Now when I said it's amazing, I meant that in how god-awful it is." Like, thanks for making us all watch it. Thanks,
I
Mike.
put this on the list because of him. So, thanks for nothing. This was fucking trash. It wasn't even good. Like, not even in a good way, right?
Yeah, I mean...
Like, did you have fun watching it?
We've been talking for 12 minutes, and I'm already tired of talking about
The
it.
first
It
couple...
feels like 45 minutes. Just like the fucking movie, which drags on in the
It drags. Drags.
It's insane. So, like, nothing happens at all. And anything that does happen is a fucking dream.
Yes. Because I almost thought that this might be good.
And then you realize every scene was a fucking dream.
Yeah, because in the very beginning when Ricky slashes her wrist,
Yeah.
I was like, no way already, this is awesome.
And then a later scene, he kills the secretary of the hospital.
And she touches her
bloody face.
Because she's blind, she touches the bloody face and goes...
And...
Do you remember us talking about that? Someone touching the blood?
Yeah, that was House 3.
It was in House 3. And it's a dream.
It's a dream.
Of course
and
it's
then,
a dream.
And then,
it's cool.
Alright, so she's having all these dreams. We know that she's trying to use her ESP to connect with his memories. She leaves because she's going on holiday, and the guy from West Side Story is the psychiatrist, and he's like, "What are you going on holiday?" And then Ricky wakes up for some reason out of his coma.
Yeah.
And, no. This is where we go for some reason. He wakes up because some asshole dressed as Santa Claus decides to mosey up for no reason.
Oh my god.
And just be obnoxious. Dude, it's so obnoxious.
Wait, I have a quote right now. Don't say anything, because I've been dying to read this. He says to Ricky, who is in a coma, a drunk Santa walks up to him and says, "Hey, vegetable," referring to the man as a vegetable. "Who's your favorite singer?" "Perry Coma," and then dies laughing and walks away.
You know what else he says? He goes, "Hey, Ricky, you want a drink? Vegetables don't drink."
This guy is so obnoxious that he annoyed a man out of a coma.
Yeah.
And then when he comes out of the coma, he goes, "About the broccoli, I was just kidding."
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable.
And it's just like, close up on his face
Unbelievable.
and he has so much time to move. Or just, Ricky can't be fast moving. He just woke up from a fucking coma for 6 years. And
So
the guy's
atrophied.
No. He just comes, and none of the kills are on screen.
No.
Which goes to the next one. You see her dream that this lady dies, and then Ricky finally goes to kill her. It doesn't even show you
No.
the death.
We don't even get to see it. And another weird thing about that secretary death is she has the vision of it, and the secretary says, "Merry Christmas," and she goes, "Not for you," and walks away.
So mean.
You fucking bitch.
And then her brother was
the
like...
woman in the secretary was being a bitch, though, to her.
Yeah,
She's like, "Can you tell
is
me
that
when the red
worth
sheet
it,
comes?"
letting somebody die?
Well, I don't know if she knew that she was actually going to
Maybe.
die.
Actually, now you say it.
But everybody...
There's been some people that have
The
passed
only
away,
emotional range was being a complete freaking bitch to someone.
Yeah, that's true.
Because... Do you remember when the girlfriend is introduced?
In the car?
Yes, when they first meet.
And she just sits there and is just like, "I'm tired."
Well, so Laura, the blind girl, won't shake her hand, and she's like, "I don't shake hands on the first date."
Oh.
And they get in the car, and she goes, "What's the brother's name? Chris?" She goes, "Chris says you give good head." She's like, "What?"
Wait,
I was almost
wait.
offended.
Chris is the guy with the long hair.
Yeah.
Kenny G.
Rico Suave, dude. That guy looks just like... It is the worst curly long hair I have ever seen in my life.
Except until you see his chest hair.
Oh my god. This guy was definitely a lead singer in like Menudo or something. Like this dude he's got the hair down, tight ass jeans. It's disgusting.
What year was this? 87?
89.
I don't know.
89.
Is it really? Well, that's it. So Ricky wakes up. He's alive. He's killing people. And then what happens? There's like... Well, this is where the movie actually comes to like a screeching fucking halt. And nothing happens.
The best parts are the flashbacks to the first movie.
She's
The first movie's good.
She's talking to her shrink and... Like, the shrink has like a play in it too. Like, the shrink is like...
No one is normal.
They tried to like build his character up, and then he's just gone.
Yeah.
He's just nothing. Oh, wait. And who are the cops? Why are
The cop was awesome.
Oh, are
The
we just
one-
going to skip over Ricky leaving the hospital and hitchhiking?
Well, no, because that's the best part of the movie.
Okay, so
He's
Ricky leaves
Bill Mosley's hitchhiking like a fucking idiot.
and this is only for the video people, but it's like
He's so stupid.
And he's still in the hospital gown.
Yeah, he's in his Johnny coat. He's got a fucking colander.
And
on
somebody
his head.
picks him up.
And somebody picks him up and is like, "Hey, buddy, where are you
I would
going?"
leave town. Like, if I was going into town and saw that, I would turn around.
I would hit him with my car and then call the police.
The
I'd be
guy
like, I just did your job.
This guy's clearly a psychopath.
Yeah.
There's no way.
I just did your job for you. There's a man dead on the highway.
So he gets picked up hitchhiking. He obviously kills the driver. He pulls into a gas station, which the guy is having phone sex for no reason. And the person on the voice sounds like Selma and Patty.
Oh my god.
And can Ricky hear other people through the dish on his head? Because when he leaves the hospital, the whole gang's in a car, and he can like hear them, and he's like turning towards them. He's like looking for them, but they're like a mile away.
Yeah,
This movie sucks.
He's still picking up.
Is Ricky
Laura.
really Chop Top?
Yes.
No, because Chop Top was the fucking pits in a
Bubba's got
Chop Top
you.
was the entire opposite side of the spectrum, and in the worst fucking possible way.
So loud and obnoxious.
Oh, hey, can you play that new Beatles record? It's scratching his fucking head. He was the fucking shits. I hate Chop Top so much. I honestly hate that character more than... I shouldn't say any character in horror, but a lot of them. Like, the big ones, I hate Chop Top. Oh, Leatherface, you big dummy! Oh, you big idiot, Leatherface!
The worst part is that Bill Mosley, like a man, he's like the nicest guy in the world.
Dude,
I don't want to shit on him.
I know,
These two
I know.
characters are fucking terrible.
Yeah, he just got boned with these characters. Like,
Nicest
so
guy in the
hard.
world.
And now he's got to show up
Terrible,
to fan interactions and like dress up as Chop Top and take pictures with fucking.
Hey, you want me to send this picture with lick my plate dog dick?
Is that my cast?
Yeah.
What does it say on it?
Lick my plate dog dick. Guy's an elder gentleman.
That's incredible. That is awesome. So, where are we now?
So he kills the guy's having phone sex. He kills him. We cut to the hospital where they say his brain was reconstructed, and we meet the cop who's an idiot. And
That
then
was awesome.
Huh?
That cop was awesome.
what?
Are you talking about the cop that was like selling car phones?
Yes.
The cop fucking sucked.
That cop ruled.
Why is
dude.
he awesome?
5-minute scene of that cop talking
That-
about a
Wait,
car
are
phone.
we talking about the same one who's got the cop car stolen? Who was taking a piss?
Talking about the white-haired one, the older,
guy,
the older
the
cop,
cop in
gentleman?
like the
Talking about the guy
psych-
from The Greatest American Hero?
I don't know. Maybe.
Robert Cole. Wait.
Sure. Yeah.
This dude was in a
Got-
car with another guy.
Yeah, and he goes to piss and he steals the car.
Yeah. I don't know why I didn't pick up on that.
What I
Yes.
just said.
Yes. That is exactly what happened. Yes, that is the guy.
Oh,
Damn it,
yeah,
I'm an
he's
idiot.
a terrible cop.
Yeah.
He is a bad cop, yes.
And he's also talking on the
What are you
phone.
arguing?
He's talking to this guy about selling car phones.
Yeah.
And
Forever.
He goes on a rant for like 5 minutes, legitimately, about all the features that car phones have. He's like, there's call waiting, call forwarding. You got your voicemail.
He's the Bubba Gump of.
And the guy's like, it seems like you're trying to sell me on this. And he's like, well, I get $100 if you buy a car for me. And the guy's like, it just stares. And then it cuts the scene.
And it was in the middle of nowhere.
Dude, they cut from, like, if you want to call them important scenes, but, like, scenes where shit is happening, to this.
They go from a plot device to a 5-minute thing about selling car phones that has no other reason to be there. Back to plot.
If you look at my notes, there's like at least 3 lines where it's like nothing's happened.
Dude,
nothing's happening again.
I have the same thing because I was like trying to prove to myself that I wasn't an idiot.
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
Yeah, I actually wrote down
I've been trying to focus
the
like
times when nothing was happening.
Did you really?
Yeah, 21 minutes in.
Oh my god.
When we do movies for the show, I try to not like have my phone out or get distracted.
Right.
And
That's hard.
There was a scene in this that dragged for so long that I like just zoned out and I was playing on my phone and I looked up and I was like, wait, did something just happen?
Yeah.
And my wife was like, no.
Yeah, well, so 21 minutes in, that's when the Santa comes to the hospital and wakes up Ricky, which means that Laura just left the hospital, which means there's the first 20 minutes essentially is her waking up and leaving the hospital.
Yeah.
Nothing else has happened except for dream sequences.
And they're going to
20 minutes.
These kids, if you want to call them that, they're grown adults, but they're going to their grandmother's house for Christmas, and they walk in. They don't know she's murdered, right?
No, she's just missing.
She's not there. She's an old lady.
Yeah, and he goes. The kid goes, "Oh, Christmas Eve and Granny's not here." I'm like, "Oh, that stinks."
But the stove is on.
Yeah. No one has any care or emotion in this movie at all.
Well, why is Ricky there?
How does Ricky get there?
No, I know how he hitchhikes, but like why? Why did he go there? I know Laura was communicating with him, but
that's it.
Yeah.
He also only overheard like, oh yeah, you go down the interstate and bang left.
Yeah, but why is he
why is he doing that?
Why is he trying to kill them?
What's his MO here?
Because they're not wearing red.
I don't know.
Wait a minute.
That's his only connection to them?
This movie is trash. Like, even more than I thought. Nothing makes sense about this. He has no reason to want to kill these people.
No. Except his only connection is with her.
Except that Laurie keeps going into his brain, I guess.
Well, he doesn't initially kill the grandmother. Because when he shows up at Granny's house, she like invites him in.
Oh, yeah.
He looks like an idiot.
Dude, why would you invite that guy in?
But then she gives him a present and it triggers like this PTSD on Christmas and it kills her.
It's insane. This movie sucks so bad. I'm reading these notes and they're just terrible. This next scene when... So, Ricky's at the house, the kids are at the house. Ricky's killed Grandma, but now he's outside the house. Whatever. Stalking them. Yeah. I don't know, again. Just murder them.
Just stay in the house.
Just fucking murder them.
He's creeping, making it so much harder for himself.
So much, because he is outside. And
he has to punch through doors to get back in.
The girl that
just smashes doors.
Well, when your doors are made of balsa wood, it's pretty easy. Those doors, like the pieces were like floating as after he knocked them out. One of the girls, not the blind one, is looking out the window with her face pressed against the window for some reason. Whatever. And then he presses his face up against the window. And she is so unconcerned about this. She's concerned, but, like, dude, first of all, I would evacuate everything in me. I would pee, I would poop, I would throw up.
I think I told this story before. There was a time when I was at my parents' house, I was on the computer, and the window was right outside, and my brother had just come home, and he was, like, fucking with me. So he stood outside the door, outside the window. I don't know how long he was there, but, like, I wasn't looking, and I, like, put my head up and saw him, and, like, looked back, and, like, literally jumped out of my seat. I was like, fuck! And, like, to the point where I woke my parents up, and I was, like, 22 years old. What are you doing?
That is, like, one of the scariest things of all time. And she goes, ah! And then, like, runs away, and is like, this place is weird.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, okay.
It's
you need to be unconcerned.
It's like,
dude, even when he breaks in, he gets stabbed
and
through
grabs
the hand
the girl.
and grabs the girl, and they're all like, "Oh, that was something."
Yeah,
and just like when they
don't even move to help the girl.
They grab the guy, and he is clearly going to murder this man, and they're just like, huh. And they're just standing there catching flies with their mouth. And then something happens, and then one of them is like, oh my goodness. And it's like, let's go. And then they run away.
That's it, dude.
And that is after like a 5-minute fight sequence between this guy and Ricky.
It's, and like it's almost hard to talk about because I don't think we're over exaggerating like these scenes. That's how little happens.
It is so little. So fucking little happens. Let's see. The girl presses her face up against the wall, and Ricky is still wearing this fucking helmet.
Well, he has to.
Well, his brain's
brain's floating around.
Oh, scrambled.
It's the top of his head.
I wasn't aware of that. I did not pick up on that. Blind girl starts telling us his whole story, which is useless. And the other girl's standing by the front door, and this is when Ricky punches a hole in. Dude, he almost takes off her face. Did you notice that?
No.
His fist, I want to say rewatch it just to see it, but don't even look it up. It's not worth it. That was the most poorly planned stunt. It like grazes her face, and it was so close to a fatal blow to the back of the head. Like that girl could have gotten clipped so hard.
Oh my god!
By whoever was punching through that door. It was nuts. So he breaks through the door. He ends up breaking both hands through. They stab him with a knife after like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
After 5 minutes, they've decided we should probably do something to help our friend. And they do. They stab him. And that's it. And then, how does he...
goes right through his hand, and with his other arm, he pulls it out, and then he just kind of...
Oh, yeah, that's... Yeah, and then he has that knife for the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
Jesus. It's just so poorly acted.
Which all he had before that knife was a letter opener that he took for that secretary.
Yeah.
Which I use a letter opener every day. It's not the best way.
And they say, he almost killed her. If we stay here, we won't survive. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have known this, like, the entire fucking movie. I don't...
Yeah. And this girl's a psycho.
Yeah.
But she's not the smartest, because there was a scene where she was just watching TV, even though she's blind, and all it was people falling off cliffs. Did you notice that?
I did.
There's a ton of scenes after this, too, where they're just walking around outside in the dark.
Because Ricky took the Jeep and crashed it.
Yeah.
And they found it. Yeah, because they were out there walking.
And they walk around for like 15 minutes, and I have no idea what's happening.
Nothing.
This is... And they're not even talking. Like, we make fun of the movies with, like, the narration, you know? Like, when they feel the need to narrate what's happening. I would have welcomed it in this one.
Yeah.
I had no idea why they were outside. I had no idea why anything was happening the way it was. It was so fucking
And
bizarre.
as this is happening is the scene we already talked about where the cop is with the psychiatrist.
Yeah.
He goes to take a piss. He says he has to relieve the reptile.
Oh, dude. I was so mad about that. I was so mad about that.
I loved it.
And the other guy steals the car because
Speaking of lizards.
he doesn't want the cop to shoot his creation. So he steals the cop car and leaves him stranded there.
Oh, I did not realize that's why he wanted to do it. That's fucking stupid. He's a fucking murderer. He's murdered, like, numerous people already.
Also, if you have the technology to do that, why can't you just do it again in a not piece of shit?
Dude, this movie is brutal.
Yeah. Well, the good news is we're 70 minutes in, and we're about to see our first on-screen death.
No.
The first on-screen death.
Wait.
But it's not really a death.
But it's not even a death. That's what I was just about to say.
But at that
Holy
time...
shit.
That's the first time we are going to physically see someone stabbed, other than stabbing in the hand.
Oh my god, I can't believe that.
70 minutes in.
What tier did we put this in? Shit.
Shit
Oh,
tier.
we put this
This
in
is
low
shit.
shit.
This is shit.
I think we put it low
I don't
shit.
think we put it in low shit.
No.
I
But
think we
you
did.
know what? We might have to.
I think it is in there. I think one of us had the foresight. I will let you know right now. It's in low shit.
Oh, good.
And deservedly so.
Wow.
Yes,
It's
good.
this and Troll 3.
Yeah. And this is
Contagion.
This is
0.7.
really bad. This is really bad. So they go into a barn for reasons unknown, right? Is there a reason?
There's no reason.
They're just
why
walking.
you would go into
Because they left the house and they're like, oh, just walk around this barn.
And Ricky jumps out of thin air onto Rico in the barn.
Yes, it is thin air. He drops out of nowhere.
He drops out of nowhere, lands on Ricky, and the struggle ensues. And the girls, this is the scene where the girls are just standing there. They're doing nothing. They can't even emote that they're scared. They're just standing there.
Just stand there.
That's infuriating to watch. There are actors out there that need work, and these two assholes took those jobs from hardworking actors to just stand around looking like idiots. They probably also were not paid, so.
Oh, there's no way. Wait till I tell you about the making of this film.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. Okay. So. Oh, there was a scene. I don't know if it's happened yet. When he pulls the girl under the bed like Poltergeist.
That's a little bit later.
Oh my god, that scene was so stupid. Because you can see under the bed and there's nothing there, and he is not a ghost. Like Poltergeist.
That's a good point. That's a
It
very
was
good point.
stupid. Like, you could see, like 3/4 of underneath the bed. They shot it, like, terribly.
Yeah. Also, how'd he get up there? The two girls were up there like 10 minutes before
what is
him.
happening? Whatever. And I can't tell the blind girl and the other girl apart, so I don't even know.
They looked exactly the same. Which I think the brother had an issue with too, because there's a scene where he's talking to his sister and she's changing. So maybe that actor couldn't tell the difference between them either.
And this is the blind girl. She talks with grandma, who tells her how to use her powers, which is fucking fraction of insanity. Ricky's about to get the blind girl when Rico
Yes.
Suave is back in action.
Yep.
And he returns with a rifle, and he decides to quote.
Wait. Right before that is when the psychiatrist shows up, right?
No, I don't think the Oh, do they? Are they already there?
Yeah, because he gives Ricky tape, and he gets killed. Because he thinks the tape was like helping.
I don't even remember that scene.
Well,
Yeah.
God damn it, my notes are all fucked.
Wait, is that before Rico dies? Well, yeah, I guess he wouldn't give Rico a tape after he died. So,
I don't know where the fuck my notes just went. Holy shit.
So, that's weird because, like, well, maybe that makes this quote make sense. What's on the tape?
Oh wait, so Chris got stabbed. Then the two girls ran to the house, and then Dr. Newberry got there to confront Ricky.
Yeah.
He played the tape of Laura
Oh,
to get him to calm down.
Yes.
And as soon as he got close enough, Ricky stabbed him in the gut.
Oh, now I remember that
Then
scene.
the girls
Yes.
went inside, and Ricky again crashed through a back door like a fucking maniac.
Yeah.
And then he pulled the girlfriend under the bed.
Right. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. So Rico is back after being stabbed, and he's got a rifle. And then his one-liner for this is it live or is it Memorex? And then shoots him.
Yes.
I didn't get it.
Yes.
It's
What was
from a
the joke?
commercial in the 80s, but it's about tape. Like
Like a memory. Okay, that's a,
Like-
like cassette.
It
There's a-
had nothing to do with what he was doing.
in like the Monday Night Wars in WWE, Stone Cold stole the Rock's Intercontinental title and went to a bridge and threw it off the bridge.
Yeah.
And he's doing it like it's showing on the Titantron and the Rock's in the ring. And Austin goes, "Is it live or Memorex?" And then Austin appears in the crowd. He had pre-taped it, shown it, tricked the Rock. Rock thought it was live. Totally makes sense in that situation.
Yeah.
Here.
Here makes
Makes no
literally
sense.
no sense
Because-
whatsoever.
I heard it and
Where's
I was
the
like,
beef? Just like shitty 80s thing.
Trying to make the donuts. Except even those like
That's so
make
much
more
funnier.
sense. Those make so much more sense than is it live or is it Memorex? What the fuck are you talking about? It makes no sense.
Uh-oh, better get makeup.
I was gonna do it. No, I'm not gonna do it. It's good.
Where's some other shitty 80s commercial?
Mikey likes it.
I was gonna do like the Energizer chime. Like, doo, doo, doo.
Better eat your Wheaties.
I really liked how to make the donuts. Someday, if I, I'm not gonna say it. If I kill somebody, I'll say how to make the donuts. In a revenge killing, it's got to be revenge.
Okay.
Revenge makes it okay.
You'd be
Don't
dressed
call
as a
the police.
donut delivery man.
It's Ice Cream Man's sequel,
Yeah.
The Donut Man. So Rico isn't alive for very long.
No.
Nope.
He gets stabbed. His gun has no effect. Now, here's something to talk about. Was this like superhuman? Like, was this a response to Friday the 13th? Was this them being like, Friday the 13th is popular?
This was not
So-
a response to anything.
so-
I will tell you in a minute.
Let's make him walk really slow and
I don't
not
know.
talk.
Can I just tell you right now?
No, save it for the end. Dude, the end is like now.
It's 2 lines away.
I'm gonna tell you now.
No, I'm gonna talk over you. He shoots Ricky. Ricky doesn't die, and he chokes him with a gun, and that's what kills Rico
Yep.
Suave. He walks towards the blind girl who's saying, "Come here, Ricky." She is clearly holding a giant sharp rod in her hand,
Yeah. Well, the one thing...
and he falls on it.
The one smart thing she did was she smashed the light, so he could see it as well.
Dude, it was
There's a ton of light going in there,
It was
but-
enormous stick that was sharpened on one end. How you could not miss it.
No.
And he falls on top of it and dies. And you don't even get you think you're gonna get like a Friday the 13th
Come
ending,
back,
and
yeah.
you don't even get it. But you do get something just as weird, which is he's dead. The girl's loaded into a cop car, and the cop has the weirdest bit of dialogue here, where he goes, so you okay?"
Give me a call sometime, Doc.
Yeah. And she says,
Dead
you know,
doctor.
and he says, I don't know what you did, but I guess there's a lot of things I don't know. Don't know what he's referring to there either. And then she says, her response to that, her direct response to that is, "Merry Christmas." And then they drive away. Not a single line in there makes any fucking sense. It might have been written by somebody that doesn't understand the English language. And then, to top it all off, as it's fading, Ricky appears on screen in a tuxedo and his spaghetti strainer hat and goes, "And a happy new year."
There's only lines of dialogue in the
Yep.
entire movie.
At the
Breaks the
end,
fourth wall.
looking at the screen, looking at the camera, and it's like overlaid. This is the shittiest X-Men movie
That was
ever
not fun. No.
made. But a fitting ending to this bullshit, right?
Yeah.
A totally fitting ending to this nightmare of a time.
That
This
was-
movie has a huge
miserable.
cult following.
Does it
Get
really?
the fuck
It
out.
really does.
Okay, well, so we've talked about this before. I don't know if we've talked about this on the show. Okay, a cult following has lost its fucking meaning. I think we have talked about it on the show.
Yeah.
A cult following used to be Army of Darkness because you had actually a cult of people, like a huge group of people. It was like Army of Darkness is one of the best movies
Right.
ever made,
Rocky Horror
and no
Picture
one
Show.
knows about it. Correct. Now it's just like 3 assholes that like it can go on Wikipedia and be like, "It has a huge cult following."
But Alamo Drafthouse was like doing screenings of this.
No.
Yeah. And they had the director come and speak on it.
Probably because they could actually get the director to come
That's what
speak on it.
that's what
He was a Roger Corman protege.
I know. Yeah, I looked him up and I knew that just from his resume because his first movie's like Beast from the Land of Lakes. It fucking sucked.
He claims that this is his best work.
He doesn't have that many movies.
What else?
He
has
says
done?
he says this is his best work, but not his best film.
Oh,
Oh shit!
what?
So he might be referring to like his grocery days.
How does that make any sense?
I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. It makes no sense. But he claims that the entire script was thrown out and it was rewritten in less than a week. They finished the
It shows.
They
Yeah.
finished filming by the end of April, and then they finished editing in May, and then they pushed it out at the final project in July.
Do you
This is
think?
very, very quick.
Do you think they started filming on April 30th and finished editing on May 1st?
I do, because Bill Moseley said no lines. He walks around. I bet you I could recreate that film shot for shot, like
Oh,
by the end of this weekend.
yeah. And for those wondering, there's not a lot of time left. We've got probably a solid 12 hours. of actual time. I mean, do you think this was just so badly made? I just don't. I don't have a lot of words for it. I really don't.
Yeah.
I got a couple words. Lower shit tier.
That's it. That's fucking it, man. Well, this was a short episode. Do we have anything else we want to talk about?
But mostly was pretty good in Devil's Rejects.
He was great, Devil's Rejects.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know. Sorry, Bill. What can you do?
Maury Hellman.
You win some, you lose some. Yeah, he's garbage.
Monty, not Maury.
What else has Eric Dare done, though? Because that guy was Da Man.
Oh my god, you're such a dickhead. Guys, we're gonna wrap this one up. We're exhausted, so I hope you guys can understand that. The threes was
It was soul sucking.
soul sucking. Yeah, it was the least fun thing I've ever done in my life. I've had my wisdom teeth out, and I had extra wisdom teeth that the doctor didn't know about. So it took longer and was more painful. I have a burn on my leg from my laptop. That's it. I'm ready to go to bed.
Yeah.
After we have a little celebration for the threes. Paul, it was a pleasure having you on for the threes.
Paul's alright.
As always,
Thanks.
we'll see you in 3 months. I might extend that because this took 6 weeks to fucking cover all of these.
This is bad.
But we really appreciate you being here, as you can tell from the inflection of my voice. I'm
I see.
I'm a method actor. I'm doing the fucking Silent Night, Deadly Night
Yeah,
method.
I noticed. Oh my god! Get the fuck out of here! Jesus Christ!
Guys,
That actually scared me way more than Saturday Night Deadly Night.
thank you all. Of course it did. There's nothing scary about
Oh
Silent Night.
shit!
Dude, honestly, I've watched shit like cartoons that are scarier. The Spawn cartoon's scarier than Silent Night, Deadly Night. It's a good cartoon. HBO. Check it out. Thank you for watching and listening to The Horror Show. We really appreciate it. Rate, review, subscribe on iTunes. That's the best way to help us. We really appreciate you all doing that. And we appreciate everyone that bought shirts this last week. I should have said that in the last episode because now it's been 2 weeks. But we really appreciate all you guys. We were able to buy a significant amount of equipment that we're using tonight for that. So we really appreciate that. Thank you all so much. Rate, review, subscribe. What else? IHateHorror.com, Facebook.com/IHateHorror. I'm on Twitter at IHateHorror Show and Instagram at IHateHorror.
I'm at JoeV421, Boognish 1985. Paul's at Jog87.
Thank you, Joe. Get on
Son
it.
of a bitch.
Guys, we're going to do some more live tweets probably soon. We got to do... At this recording, we still haven't done what's it called?
Uncle
Is it called
Sam.
Uncle Sam?
Yeah.
We got to do that.
Paul, join us for the fucking
Dude, live tweets are fun.
Dude,
and don't show
Every
up.
time Paul asks me the day after, he's like, "Oh, you doing one tonight?" No, we did it last night. He's like, "Oh, we want to do this one tonight?"
Dude, wait, but everyone he shows up with like 5 minutes
5
ago
minutes.
and was like,
Joe
faculty stinks. Oh, Paul. So that's it, guys. Right? We got Guinea Pig next week. You should watch it. Just watch it, Paul.
Yeah, we'll watch it together.
I'll come over for that.
You throw up, dude.
No, you're not. It's probably not even that bad. Should we talk about the Charlie? No. We gotta.
I
save
think
it for
he's
that.
seen a lot of stuff, man.
Well, I know because he was definitely.
Well, I have a
seeking
theory on this.
that. We'll save it. It's really good. Guys, thank you all so much. For Joe, this is Sean. Stay weird.
Thank you.
You do the honors, Paul.
Adios. Get the fuck out of here, Joe. I'm punching your fucking face.